What's up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Coach Ken. I'm an online fitness and an online business coach helping fitness professionals, and I have a really good one for you today. I don't just have actionable takeaways for you, but I'm also going to help you dig a little deeper so that you can avoid the mistakes that I see so many of my business coaching students as well as just online coaches in general make when they're starting off in their business. Now, even if you're not just starting off in your business, keep watching this video because even if you're 2, 3, 4 years into your business, you can still easily make these mistakes, and I want you to be able to avoid them so that you can scale and so that you can grow. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why I see a lot of coaches fail in their business within the first 6 months of starting it. So recently I actually went to an NLP training, and if you don't know what NLP is, it stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. So basically you're training your unconscious brain and your unconscious mind to create a reality. Create the reality that you desire and that you actually want to live, because your words don't just describe your reality, they actually create it. And so a lot of the times when new coaches get into this space, they start their business, and here's the thing. You have your goal setter and you have your goal getter. And I want to explain to you a little bit about how you can actually reach the goals that you have set for yourself. Now, I'm sure as a coach, if you have your certification or if you've ever learned about goal setting, we always talk about SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, setting them in a proper amount of time that's actually reachable for you. But what a lot of people don't really think about is when they start setting a goal for themselves, your goal setter is your conscious mind, but your goal getter is your unconscious mind. The difference between these two is that your unconscious mind makes up about 90% of who you are. Now, if you've ever looked at the Freudian, iceberg, tip of the iceberg, where it shows you 10% of who you are is your conscious mind, 90% is the unconscious mind. Basically everything that's under the surface is in your unconscious mind. That's where your ego shows up. That basically is going to determine whether or not you're able to reach the goal that you set for yourself, because you pull from past experiences and because you actually believe in yourself. A lot of coaches have fears come up, they have doubts come up, and they basically don't feel worthy of creating success for themselves. And so in those first 6 months of their business, they self-sabotage, they get analysis paralysis to the point of not even being able to move or do anything in their business. And so I want to give you just a few different tips on how you can actually retrain your unconscious mind and your goal getter to actually reach the goals that you set for yourself. So one of the first things that you want to do as you're starting off in your business is you want to create a positive self-image. Now, bear with me if you've never done this before. It's a really easy exercise and it's something you can practice just by yourself. When you're going into being a coach, right, the number one thing that we want is to be super confident. We want people to look at us and see us as a confident coach, because obviously at the end of the day, if you're looking for a coach, you're more than likely going to look for somebody who speaks well, who's educated, and who actually talks about the things that they want to put out into the world and what they want to attract back. If you are wanting to step into the coaching space and you want to start getting ideal clients in the door, you have to create a positive self-image. So I'm actually just going to leave some journal prompts on the screen for you guys here that you guys can work with and you guys can actually do on a day-to-day basis to create that positive self-image. And this essentially will help you show up knowing that you are a coach. The more that you believe that you're a coach and you have that positive self-image, the more that other people are going to see that and be drawn to you. So that's number one. Number two is looking at the fears and the doubts that you have. Now, when you have fear and when you have doubt, oftentimes this can cause what we call analysis paralysis. So if you've ever felt just extremely overwhelmed, if you ever feel like you're just debilitated and frozen because you don't even know what to do because you have so many choices of what you could be doing, this is oftentimes what we call analysis paralysis. If you want to eliminate this, something that's really important is to actually understand, what are those fears? What are those doubts? If those fears and doubts are stopping you from moving forward, we have to actually become aware of what they are. Once we become aware of them, then we can actually forgive ourselves for having them and see what we need in order to be confident and move through those. So it could be money mindset, it could be you not feeling qualified enough, you not feeling good enough, right? Not feeling worthy. Any of those things can come up for you when you're first getting started in your business. Personal development is the most important part of getting kickstarted on your journey. When you're showing up, it's important to be confident. When you have analysis paralysis, if you do, it's important that you understand and become self-aware of what those triggers are so you can move through them and move past ask them. Next, this is the final one and the last one for you guys. This is something I see all the time. So many of my clients ask me this and they say, Ken, I just can't figure out who my ideal client is. I can't figure out what my niche is. And it actually becomes debilitating. It actually stops them in their tracks from moving forward because they feel like they have to find this super dialed in ideal client and they have no idea how to do that. When you feel like you can't find your ideal client, oftentimes it's tough to know what to be posting. If you don't know what to post and you don't know how to show up because you don't know who you're speaking to, it actually stops you from doing those things. A lot of people or a lot of coaches in the first 6 months of their business will spend a crap ton of time just frozen because they have no idea who they're speaking to, when in reality, your story is your biggest asset. So if you just share more about who you are, what got you into fitness, and you start sharing your testimonials, your transformation from your own journey, and just what you've been doing, that's what's gonna draw people to you. People are attracted to you as an individual. You are your brand at the end of the day, especially as an online fitness coach. Don't spend too much time trying to niche down and find this magnificent niche. I promise you over time, your niche is going to evolve. I started off just doing a lot of body recomposition, but I struggled with my gut health, I struggled with digestion, I struggled with under eating when I had my eating disorder a few years before I started coaching. And so just sharing my story drew in my soulmate clients. I feel like you don't know who to work with, just start by sharing your story and dial in on some of the bigger pain points that you had when you first started, and that'll bring people to you. These are 3 easy things that you can work on. The first is creating positive self-image. The second is eliminating fear and doubt and forgiving yourself for it to avoid analysis paralysis. And last is just making sure you don't spend too much time niching down. If you can avoid these things, if you can work on these things, do the journaling, do the personal development work, you're gonna see yourself catapult in your online fitness coaching business rather than getting stuck. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's gonna be more content over in our Facebook group where we have an awesome community. Head down to the link down below in the notes. I'm gonna include our Facebook group. We have over 1,400 coaches in there that you can collaborate with, connect with, and our 3 coaches from Elevate Coaching Academy post in there on a daily basis. Head over there, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one.